Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Siti Kurniasi, with student number is 007. I will make a video of multicultural reflection and strategies in language education. Okay, the first is reflections on personal experience from many seminars during the field study. During the field study seminar, there were several interesting topics related to culture and communication, especially in the context of language education. One of the main topics we explored was verbal and nonverbal communication in classroom context. I realized the communication in the classroom depends not only on spoken words, but also on gesture, facial experience, and eye contact. For example, in some cultures, students may feel uncomfortable making direct eye contact with the teacher, as it is considered impolite. However, in other cultures, eye contact shows respect and engagement. This discussion taught us to be more sensitive to the different ways students communicate in class. I also explored challenges in intercultural communication. This challenge often arises in teaching English to students from different cultural backgrounds. One of the main obstacles in the difference in perception of meaning. For example, in Western cultures, communication styles tend to be more direct and explicit, whereas Eastern cultures often use a more implicit and context-based approach. In the seminar, we discussed strategies to overcome this challenge, such as the use of visual media or teaching language pragmatic to bridge this difference. Another topic discussed was verbal communication in France. We found that French people tend to value formal language structures in interactions, especially in educational contexts. The use of informal language or grammatical errors is often considered disrespectful to the interlocutor. This is an important lesson that language teaching should not only focus on mastering vocabulary and grammar, but also on understanding the culture behind the language. In addition, there is a topic that discusses the culture of the Baduy community in Banten. Their culture that upholds simplicity and tradition provides a unique perspective on communication that lacks modern technology. Baduy people rely more on direct face-to-face communication. In the context of learning, this approach reminds us not to forget the importance of human interaction in the midst of the growing digital era.
Ancestral tradition and natural harmony. There are two rituals that are really important and also reflect our Baduy culture. There are Kawalu and Sababadu. Maybe some of you have already heard about Kawalu and Sababadu.
Through the reflection of this activity, I realized the cross-cultural understanding is a key element in language learning. This discussion also enriches our insight into how culture affects communication patterns and attitudes towards education. Okay, the second is look at how cultural diversity affects language learning. Cultural diversity has a significant impact on language learning. Each culture has unique ways of conveying meaning both verbally and non-verbally. For example, in Asian cultures, nonverbal communication such as smiles or head gestures are often used to convey approval or respect. Meanwhile, Western cultures tend to be more explicit and rely on clear verbal communication. In English language learning, this cultural diversity affects the way students understand and use language. For example, students from cultures that value hierarchy more may be reluctant to speak directly to the teacher. Even though in English classes, speaking up is encouraged. Teachers need to be able to create an inclusive environment where students feel comfortable participating without fear of breaking their cultural norms. In addition, cultural diversity also affects the teaching of pragmatic aspects of language. For example, in French culture, formality is very important. So, learning English for students from this background needs to emphasize the use of formal expression, such as "could you please" or "would you mind?" In contrast, in other more relaxed cultures, students may be more accustomed to informal expression. This cultural diversity shows that language learning cannot only focus on linguistic aspects such as grammar or vocabulary. Teachers need to integrate cultural learning to help students understand the social context and values behind language use. Thus, students not only become linguistically fluent, but also interculturally competent. To conclude, cultural diversity provides both challenges and opportunities in language learning. By understanding cultural difference, teachers and students can create more inclusive and meaningful learning so that language truly becomes an effective communication tool to build intercultural understanding. Okay, I think that's all from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.